And before they or you get any ideas, I will choose my own wife.
What on earth do you mean?
Well, they're clearly going to push one of the daughters at me. They'll have fixed on that when they heard I was a bachelor.
Lady Mary Crawley.
I do hope I'm not interrupting.
Lady Mary.
Cousin Mary, please. Mamma has sent me down to welcome you and to ask you to dine with us tonight. Unless you're too tired.
We would be delighted.
Good. Come at 8.
Won't you stay and have some tea?
Oh, no. You're far too busy. And I wouldn't want to push in. Lynch, I think we'll go back by the South Lodge.
Very good, my lady.
Lady Mary, I hope you didn't misunderstand me. I was only joking.
Of course. And I agree. The whole thing is a complete joke.
I believe there's an answer which would secure your future and give you a position.
You can't be serious.
Just think about it.
I don't have to think about it. Marry a man who can barely hold his knife like a gentleman. Oh, you exaggerate. You're American. You don't understand these things. Have you mentioned this to Granny? Did she laugh?
Why would she? It was her idea.
Did you enjoy the hunt today, Mr. Napier? Mary said you had a tremendous run.
It was like something out of a Trollope novel.
And what about you, Mr. Pamuk? Was your day successful?
Oh, yes, Lady Grantham. I can hardly remember a better one.
Mary has more suitors tonight than the Princess Aurora.
You should judge them sensibly.
Oh, no one's sensible at her age, nor should they be. That's our role.
Well, if you'll excuse me. Thank you.
Is it fun to be back in the saddle?
Yes, although I'll pay for it tomorrow.
Would you ever come out with me? Or aren't we friends enough for that?
Oh, I think it might be.
That run reminded me of a day last month up in Cheshire. We came down the side of a hill.
Excuse me.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps the other way.
It seems we must brush up on our powers of fascination.
I was a fool to bring him here.
Don't you like him?
Well, I like him very much. But so does everyone else, unfortunately.
So are you enjoying your new life?
Yes, I think so. I know my work seems very trivial to you.
Not necessarily. Sometimes I rather envy you, having somewhere to go every morning.
I thought that may have been very middle class.
You should learn to forget what I say. I know I do.
How about you? Is your life proving satisfactory? Apart from the great matter, of course.
Women like me don't have a life. We choose clothes and pay calls and work for charity and do the season. But really, we're stuck in a waiting room until we marry.
I've made you angry.
My life makes me angry, not you.
I'm sorry, I wish I could think of something to say that would help.
There's nothing. But you mustn't let it trouble you.
It does trouble me. It troubles me very much.
Then that will be my consolation prize. Good night, Cousin Matthew.
Good night.
Mamma has released me, thank God.
Sir Anthony seems nice enough.
If you want to talk farming and foxes by the hour.
I'm rather looking forward to the flower show tomorrow.
Where Mr. Marsley's roses will turn everybody's heads. But if you tell Granny I said so, I'll denounce you as a liar.
I wouldn't dare. I'll leave that to my fearless mother.
How are the cottages?
They're coming on wonderfully. I'd love to show you.
Obviously, it's an act of faith at this stage.
Yes.
Oh, good God! What on earth? I do apologise, Lady Grantham. I had a mouthful of salt.
What? Everyone, put down your forks. Carson, remove this. Bring fruit. Bring cheese. Bring anything to take this taste away. Sir Anthony, I am so sorry.
Fains I be Mrs. Patmore's kitchen maid when the news gets out.
Poor girl. We ought to send in a rescue party. You must think it's very disorganised.
Not at all. These things happen.
I've been waiting for you. I found a book over here, and I think it's just the thing to catch your interest.
Oh, really?
I'm intrigued. What could it be?
Well, I was looking in the library, and
I was very taken by what you were saying over dinner.
So right, Lady Mary. How clever you are. This is exactly what we have to be aware of.
there's a section just here that I was rather unsure about. I wonder if you could tell me.
It seems we've both been thrown over for a bigger prize.
Heavens, is that the time?
You're not going.
The truth is my head's splitting. I don't want to spoil the party, so I'll slip away. Would you make my excuses to your parents?
Excuse me, Sir Anthony. Has Mr. Crawley left?
Yes, my lady.
But what about the car? Branson can't have brought it round so quickly.
Why, he said he'd rather walk, my lady.
Thank you.
Mary can be such a child.
What do you mean, darling?
She thinks if you put a toy down, it'll still be sitting there when you want to play with it again.
I was expecting you later than this. I'll tell Mosley to knock up.
Thanks. Good night, Mother.
How was your evening? Did you enjoy yourself?
Quite. The thing is, just for a moment, I thought... Never mind what I thought. I was wrong. Good night.
Hello. What are you doing here?
I'm in search of your father. Carson thought he was outside.
Oh, he's in the library.
Oh.
What is it?
Nothing much. I've had an inquiry about one of the farms.
Ah.
So, what's new at the big house?
Sybil, mainly. She's discovered politics, which of course makes Papa see red.
I admire Sybil's passion, though.
Of course. But then I like a good argument. Papa does not.
If you really like an argument,
Yes?
we should see more of each other.
Thank you for coming to Sybil's rescue. You were very brave. She told me you knocked a man down.
I hope I did my duty.
Are you a creature of duty?
Not entirely.
When you laugh with me or flirt with me, is that a duty? Are you conforming to the fitness of things? Doing what's expected?
Don't play with me. I don't deserve it. Not from you.
You must be careful not to break Sybil's heart. I think she has a crush on you.
Well, that's something no one could accuse you of.
Oh, I don't know.
I assume you speak in a spirit of mockery.
You should have more faith.
Shall I remind you of some of the choicest remarks you made about me when I arrived here? Because they live in my memory as fresh as the day they were spoken.
Oh, Matthew, what am I always telling you? You must pay no attention to the things I say.
Is Matthew gone?
Yes?
Thank the Lord he was there. I hope you thanked Matthew properly.
I got them to make him some sandwiches.
It's not quite what I meant.
And he asked me to marry him.
Heavens, what did they put in them?
I'm serious. He proposed to me.
Oh, my dear. Have you given him an answer?
Only that I'd think about it.
Well, that's an advance on what it would have been a year ago. Do you want to marry him?
I know you want me to marry him.
What we want doesn't matter. At least it's not all that matters. Do you love Matthew?
Yes. I think perhaps I do. I think I may have loved him for much longer than I knew.
Oh, my darling. Let's not pretend this isn't the answer to every one of our prayers.
I'd have to tell him.
Oh. Is it absolutely necessary?
If I didn't, I'd feel as if I'd caught him with a lie.
Let me get this clear. At Sybil's ball, you said you'd give me your answer the day you got back, and now you say you will not.
Why do we have to rush into it? I need to be sure, that's all.
But you were sure. Shall I tell you what I think has altered you? My prospects, because nothing else has changed.
No.
Yes. If your mother's child is a boy, then he's the heir, and I go back to living on my wits, and you'd rather not follow me.
Oh, Matthew, you always make everything so black and white.
I think this is black and white. Do you love me enough to spend your life with me? If you don't, then say no. If you do, then say yes.
I want to... Granny told me I should say yes now, then withdraw if you lost everything.
To make that work, you'd have to be a good liar. Are you a good liar?
Well, not good enough to try it, apparently. But I don't understand. Nothing's changed.
Everything's changed.
You can't be sure I was going to refuse you, even if it had been a boy. Because I'm not.
That's the point. I can't be sure. Of you, or of anything, it seems. The last few weeks have taught me that.
But you can't leave Downton.
I can't stay. Not now.
What will you tell Papa?
But I'm grateful for what he's trying to do. But the experiment is at an end. I'm not a puppet. I must take charge of my own life again.
Would you have stayed if I'd accepted you?
Of course.
So I've ruined everything.
You've shown me I've been living in a dream. And it's time to return to real life. Wish me luck with it, Mary. God knows I wish the best for you.